All right, Brian, we're here. We're finally, you've got your shot for the championship. How you feeling?
Yeah, I did. I got my shot. I mean, honestly, this is kind of what I feel is the pinnacle of my career. Just because even if I don't win today, um, I think that this is basically I've made it to the top because I'm losing to Joseph, who I've played so many matches with him. I know what he's capable of, so I know what I'm up against. So even if I lose today, I'm honestly not going to be disappointed. I feel like I've made it. I feel like I've gotten to the top, and it's been a fun ride. I mean, we got the whole Civil War thing going on. So if I'm going to lose, I'll lose to him. If I'm going to win, one of Wild Stallions is still champion. So we'll see where it goes.
That's true. We will see. We'll see where it goes. And yeah, I will say really quick that you guys are two of the best. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. You are the Ken Jennings against his Watson computer, and I really think it's going to be a great match. And since you're both in my faction, I will not be offering any strategic advice or anything. I'm just here to talk you guys up.
Just a cheerleader today.
I'm going to cheerlead both of you, so I'm really excited to see what happens. And
Where's your palms?
It would be great. All right, Joseph.
Boy.
I just got done with the other guy over there, but how you feeling, my Watson computer?
Pretty good. Doing better now that I've seen more movies to cleanse my palate after watching a certain 1994 kids Disney movie about a kid who picks up a blank check. Yikes. This match is going to be exciting. Playing my teammate is going to be something that has been kind of nerve-wracking for me because I wanted to try to do my best here. Because no matter who wins this game, it's going to stay within the Team Wild Stallions. So I'm going to be excited no matter the result, as long as it's not a KO or a TKO, because I want to answer some round 3 questions. Because I want to have watched some of these movies to answer at least one of those questions right. But
well,
anyway.
I can say I don't think this is going to be a TKO or a KO match with you two playing.
Yes.
At all.
Yes.
You're both incredible players. Obviously, you've been champ forever. Brian's been one of the top players forever. Everyone knows how good he is. It's going to be great. I'm very excited to watch my 2 Club Dread members, 2 teammates. It's like a real, I know we say it a lot, it's a civil war, but it's between 2 of the best, and I get to just sit back and watch and enjoy, and I'm rooting for both of you to win, but, only one of you can, so good luck to both of you. You guys got this.
Welcome, everybody, to Snowball. That's right. You've been watching Snowball, and we are at the main event, the Full Metal Trivia Singles Championship of the World. It is going to be an epic match. I got to tell you, but I cannot do this alone. You've heard me say that a million times, and I'm going to say it again. I'd like to welcome everybody to somebody they know, but are going to get to know a lot better because he is our new Full Metal Trivia head writer, taking over for the departing Andrew James Barr, who's done a fantastic job. But he is my co-host tonight, reading some of the questions that he wrote. It is Jake Meltzler.
You almost got it. It's Meltzer.
I almost Meltzer. That's right. I almost got it, Jake. I'm sorry, but it won't happen. It won't happen again. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me tonight. It's a pleasure to have you first on here. We got a big one. This is the big daddy of the year. The competitors. What do you think?
Well, first of all, it's really an honor to be here for this match of all matches, the main event, the conclusion to this season of Full Metal. And yeah, you couldn't really ask for a better match. I mean, the Wild Stallions have been, for lack of a better term, running wild over this Snowball, considering they've been in most of the matches. But yeah, this is a really great match. I mean, these are 2 of the best competitors in the fan leagues, period. And and like they said, no matter who wins tonight, the Wild Stallions are still going to have at least 1 belt after this. So I am super excited for this match. And again, it's really an honor that I was asked to be here. And I know I have huge shoes to fill with Andrew taking over from Andrew, but I hope people don't hate me too much for the questions I write.
Nobody is going to hate you. You're going to do the best job that you can. I know it. Everybody knows it. And I am absolutely stoked to see what level of questions we're going to see from you this year. But let's get on to this match. You said it exactly right. Brian and Joseph, Wild Stallions teammates, getting into the civil war for the singles championship. They've held the belts for the tag team for almost 2 years now. Now they got to face each other. They know each other so well. They're such a good yin and yang, which is why it makes them such perfect partners. And it is only fitting that these two end the season, because I couldn't have asked for a better match, like you said. What do you say? We get some introductions in here and get these competitors playing for that title.
Yes, let's.
All right. Introducing first, with a record of 7 wins and 3 losses and a strength of directed by John McTiernan. He is one half of the Full Metal Trivia Tag Team Champions of the World, Brian the MacGuffin Michaels. And his opponent needs no introduction, but he's gonna get one. He has a record of 7 wins with 1 loss. He has a strength of Wes Anderson movies, and he is one half of the Full Metal Tag Team Champions of the World and the current reigning, defending singles champion for Full Metal Trivia. He is Joseph the Algorithm Olivas. You guys can decide for yourselves who wants to be captain and who wants to be ironed. That's up to you guys. But welcome to the singles championship. Joseph and Brian, you guys have already been stellar tag team champions. Joseph, you've been an absolute great Full Metal singles champion this full year. But now it's all on the line. You got to face each other. This is going to be fantastic. Are you guys ready for the rules to round number 1?
Yeah, I've never played this before. Give me the rules.
No, yeah, I know. Go ahead, Jake. Give him those rules.
Okay, so round number 1 works like, well, every other round 1. You get 8 questions, 8 different categories. You'll have 15 seconds to write down an answer, and each correct answer is worth 1 point. You don't lose any You don't lose any points for missed questions. Both competitors throughout the match will have 3 repeats and 1 challenge. I believe those are them rules.
Absolutely. Just one correction. It is the championship match, so you guys get
It's 5
4. It's 5 rounds, so you guys get 4 repeats instead of the original 3. Okay. All right.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
That's right. No worries whatsoever. You'll get the hang of it. All right. You chose odds to begin with, so you have the honor of the first question.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
All right, Joseph, Brian, are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right, your first question comes in the category of coming of age / teen. In Superbad, which Ivy League school are Evan and Fogel both planning to attend after high school graduation? So it's interesting. I'm about to age myself here. I saw this movie the first weekend before I started college is when it came out. So it really hit home with me.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. That's kick ass, Jake. Damn. Let's go to the champion, Joseph. What do you got?
I guess Yale.
And Brian.
Stanford.
Both incorrect. You're looking for Dartmouth.
Or, as I like to say, Dartmouth. No? All right. Guys, question number 2 comes in the category of horror / thriller. What specific government agency does Chris's best friend Rod work for in Get Out?
Yeah.
I will be totally honest. Still haven't seen this movie. And do not intend to.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh my
I
God.
love it so much.
It is an instant classic. You don't really need to be, you can watch it if you're not a horror fan. I think it's one of those that's
4,
the gateway.
3, 2, 1. Okay, from everything that I know in horror movies, you don't ever want to walk through a gateway. So that's what I'm saying right there. Brian, let's get answers from you.
TSA?
And Joseph.
I agree with what Craig said about this movie. TSA.
TSA, the Transportation Security Administration, is correct. And we got them on the board and tied up in round number 1. Question number 3, Jake.
Yes. So question number 3 comes in the category of animation. Who voices racer Francesco Bernoulli in Cars 2? So I had to watch this movie recently to study for another match. It is not good. It is not good.
No, it is not. I don't like any of the Cars movies, and I had to watch them for a certain specific league as well. All right.
The first one is mediocre. It's passable, but the second one...
5.
Don't make Larry the Cable Guy the star of your movie.
2.
Don't do it.
1. Pens down. Joseph, what do you got?
And I don't think Cars 2 is the worst Pixar movie out there. John Turturro.
And Brian.
I agree. John Turturro.
Both are correct. So now
2-2.
back to Sandy for question number 4.
I really should have looked at these questions before I chose which number I was going to be, because I got horror, thriller, and now I got non-US films. All right. In Billy Elliot, which Wizarding World actress plays Billy's ballet teacher, Mrs. Wilkinson? Well, sort of a Harry Potter question there.
Yeah, that's how you know I wrote it. Because not going to hide that that's a strength of mine.
Nice.
But even though I think we can all agree J.K. Rowling is human garbage, as they say.
4.
Not great.
3, 2, and 1. Brian, what did you get?
I don't think I have the right person. I don't think I have the right name. If I'm thinking of the right person, I put Julie Walters.
And Joseph.
I guess Potter actress Helen McCrory.
And the champ has been cut. It is Julie Walters who plays there. So Brian takes a 1-point lead as we go into question number 5.
Enjoy it while I have it.
Okay, question number 5 comes in the category of romance/rom-coms. In Kate and Leopold, what New York City landmark is the location of the time portal that Leopold travels through to the present day? So I had to watch this movie. I didn't have to. I chose to watch this movie to study for a match against future Schmodown superstar Jacoby Bancroft. He picked the category this is in, and as a strength. And this movie is weird, dude.
It's
all
weird.
I gotta
4,
say.
3, 2, 1. Yes, I've only watched it the once because the first time I watched it, I was like, what? Okay, I watched something. Joseph, let's go to you.
Hopefully that Jacoby Cummins ages well. Statue of
I
Liberty,
know.
I guessed.
And Brian.
I don't remember this movie. Yes, it's Central Park.
You're looking for the Brooklyn Bridge.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph, for making me more self-conscious. Much appreciated.
All right, guys. Question number 6 comes in the category of sports. In Bull Durham, what do Crash and the other players on the team call the major leagues? I absolutely love this movie, not for the actual sports in it, but the performances by the entire cast is fantastic all day, all night long.
Yeah, I also love this movie for both. I think that both the sports and the romantic aspect of it. I think it's one of the stronger sports movies out there, honestly.
I agree too. And one, Brian, what'd you get?
The show.
And Joseph.
I guessed Big Dogs.
The show is the correct answer, and Brian increases his lead by 2 going into question number 7.
Yep, question number 7 comes in the category of directors. Who directed 1963's Charade? So I just watched this movie last week for the first time. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so much. Yeah, it is so much fun. It's just like kind of just
4.
yeah, like just European adventure
2.
mysteries, just a blast.
Pens down. Yeah, I had to watch it last year, and I really enjoyed it. Let's get answers, starting with the champ.
Stanley Donen.
And the challenger.
That's it. No, it's William Wyler.
Stanley Donen is.
I didn't want to say too much because I didn't want to say like Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn in case they gave it away.
I knew the movie. I just couldn't remember the. Correct.
All right, guys, here's your final question in round number 1, and it is in the category of plot summary. Name the movie. After a scientist for the military resigns when his creation paralyzes his best friend, he resigns in disgust. When later finds that criminals have somehow obtained the weapons he created, he uses his wit, strength, and uncle's junkyard to put a stop to it.
Yeah, kind of hard to do banter on this one because you don't want to give it. Yeah, you can't really just go anything. But this is a really good match so far. It's close.
Sure is.
These guys definitely pulling some answers that prove why they belong.
5, 4, 3.
I'll use
2.
a repeat on that, please.
Okay, first one for Joseph. In the category of plot summary, name the movie. After a scientist for the military resigns when his creation paralyzes his best friend, he resigns in disgust. When later finds that criminals have somehow obtained the weapons he created, he uses his wit, strength, and uncle's junkyard to put a stop to it.
That is a mouthful. I'm
I'm
glad I didn't have to read that one.
I had one a few matches ago that was literally double the size of that, and I was just like, please no repeats, please no, and I got like 3.
I will try this year to
5.
not have giant paragraphs and plot summary when I write those questions.
3, 2,
No promise.
and 1. I don't expect any. Pens down. All right, we're going to go to Joseph.
No blank boards. I said Repo Men.
And Brian.
Watch this pile of shit for the first time this year.
I saw him right.
Steel.
I know he's got the right answer. There it is.
The
Steel is the right answer.
legend
Masterpiece.
Steel.
Longer than Oscar Shack was.
All right, guys, we're going to take some time out right here to do some quick score calculations. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back, and after that round 1, Brian, the challenger for the title, is in the lead, 5-3. And that is when we bring in round number 2. Jake, give him the rules, buddy.
Okay, I'll do my best. So, all right, round 2 is the wheel round. So there are 12 categories on this wheel, as well as red or black. Each competitor will get a spin at the wheel, and the person who is currently leading will spin first. And if they like what they pick, if they like what they get, they can choose to keep it, or they can choose to get 1 respin. And if you, on your second spin, you are stuck with what you have. So each question is worth 2 points, or you can check down to multiple choice. And at that point, it will be worth 1 point for a correct answer. And there are 4 questions in this round. Opponents can steal if the other person gets it wrong. So with that, can read the. Do you want me to read the categories for this?
Nope, I'll do it. All right. Your categories are, in no particular order, Oscars, Westerns, Are You For Real, mockumentaries, Screw It, mixed bag, The Wilson Brothers, remakes or reboots, Van Damme Redo. My compliments to the chef, food movies, Sean Penn, video game movies, and the strength categories, Wes Anderson for Joseph, and directed by John McTiernan as Brian's, as well as the aforementioned Red and Black. Brian, you are in the lead. I will bring your manager. You can choose to go first or second.
I will go second.
Okay, so Joseph, that means you're going to go first. What color would you like?
I'm using a black marker. Let's do black, please.
All right. And that means second. Red. All right, I have the handy dandy wheel. There it is. You are on your color. Brian, you are not involved in this, but Joseph, you are. Are you ready for your first spin?
Yes, I am.
All right, here it comes. Championship match spin right there. My wheel hovering above Ethan. Oscars.
I'll take it, please.
All right, you're killing it, Joseph. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And to you, Brian, but I'll say that next time.
All right, so we got Oscars. Do you want to read these questions to Joseph?
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
Sure.
It's easy. It's right at the top of the doc. So yeah, let's do it. All right, Joseph, your first of 4 questions in the category of Oscars. How many times has Clint Eastwood been nominated for Best Director?
Five, 4, 3.
Just to be on the safe side, multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are A3, B4, C5, or D6.
Five.
4.
That is correct for 1 point.
Guess I thought it before.
Yeah, and for reference, they're Unforgiven, Mystic River, $1 Million Baby, and Letters from Iwo Jima.
I was afraid he got something before not getting nominated for Unforgiven. All right.
All right, your second question. What was the last film for which Meryl Streep was nominated for an Oscar?
The Post.
That is correct for 2 points. And with that, Joseph takes the lead. So your third question in Oscars. Who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for films released in 2001?
Jim Broadbent.
Another 2 points for Joseph. And your last question in Oscars. Patty Chayefsky won how many Academy Awards for screenwriting? So both original and adapted.
3.
2 points for Joseph. So
Wow.
really strong round from the champ there. That takes him up to 10 points.
Started off a bit shaky, but you know what? Cleaned it up in the end there. All right, we'll bring back in the Big Easy, the manager of every single person in the universe except for Sandy the Sandman.
Everyone.
But you know what I'm telling you?
Me.
I'm working on it.
Add
You
the
guys will be under
Danchik,
my wings
right.
soon.
All right, Brian, I've got you on your color, which was given to you as red. Are you ready for your first spin?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Technical respin.
I will say I'm selfishly rooting for one category to be picked.
I'm rooting for food movies. I don't know about you.
Oh,
No.
what the hell?
Might as well just pick
Technical
it off the
respin.
wheel at this point.
Well, I'm glad he picked that because I would have spun it twice. Awesome.
It's true.
I think Joseph knows what I was referring to.
Remakes and reboots.
There's not a lot on this wheel I like. I'll be honest with you. I think I'll stick with it.
All right. Good luck, Brian. You got this, man.
So close to Van Damme.
I know. As soon as I start coming around, I'm like, oh, God. All right, Brian, I'm going to find your questions and I will proctor them to you. There we go. Okay, Brian, are you ready? I'll take Ethan out before I forget again. All right, Brian, are you ready for your first question in remakes and reboots?
Yes.
Steve Coogan and Jackie Chan appear in what remake of a Best Picture winner?
Around the World in 80 Days.
Correct for 2 points.
I saw that movie over and over when I was a kid.
God, we're old.
Question. Yeah, please. I'm like twice as old as the rest of you. All right. Question number 2. In the original Cape Fear, Max Cady lives at the end of the movie. How does he die in the 90s remake?
Oh, it's been so long. Just to avoid a 2-point steal, I'll go multiple choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, shot, B, drowns, C, stabbed, or D, falls from a building.
I just got to guess. Drown.
Drowns is correct for 1 point. At the end of that movie, they're on the big houseboat that gets lodged off and drowns. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, question number 3. What MCU director directed the 2008 remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still?
Who directed? I'm going to go multiple choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, James Gunn, B, Scott Derrickson, C, Louis Leterrier, or D, John Watts.
Leterrier.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Joseph, your options again are A, James Gunn, B, Scott Derrickson, C, Louis Leterrier, and D, John Watts.
I don't love Doctor Strange, but it's Scott Derrickson.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
I almost guessed that for 2 points, but it was just a guess. Ugh.
And Brian, your final question in remakes and reboots is, what 1977 Jane Fonda film was remade in 2005 with Téa Leoni playing the same role?
Can you get a repeat of that, please?
Yep. It's your first. What 1977 Jane Fonda film was remade in 2005 with Téa Leoni playing the same role?
I swear I thought I said James Bond the first time. That's what threw me. I think I'll know one here. I got a multiple choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, Julia, B, A Doll's House, C, Coming Home, or D, Fun with Dick and Jane.
Fun with Dick and Jane.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, that ends the round of number 2. We're going to take a short time out while we tabulate the scores and see who's going first in the next round. We'll be right back. All right, we're back after that short break, and after round number 2, Joseph has come storming back to take the lead, and the lead is 11 to Brian's 9. There is absolutely nothing that can stop anybody from catching up and taking the lead in this game because there are 5 rounds, and we're only on round number 3, and it is the Triple Jeopardy round. Jake, tell them those rules, buddy.
All right, so round 3 works like this. A wheel featuring 6 categories will be spun. After a category is landed on, the player in the lead will have the option to spin again. Once selected, each player will answer 3 questions on whiteboards from the same category. Each question is worth 1 point. However, questions answered in progression increase their point value by 1. So if you get the first question right, it's worth 1 point. Second question right, it's worth 2 points. And if you get that one right as well, and then the third question will be worth 3 points. But if you get the second question wrong, your point value will go back to 1 for the third question. So I don't know if you want me to read the categories for this as well.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, so the 6 categories on this wheel are recent releases, animation, classics, sports, comedy, and crime. So Joseph will have the opportunity to spin this as the leader in this match. So yeah, Sandy, just bring Ethan in. So Sandy.
All right. Joseph, I have your wheel. It's been properly randomized. Are you ready for your spin?
Yes.
All right, here we go. It's
Like how Ethan just wants me to watch.
spinning. It's animation.
I'd like to keep it. Yes. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you both.
All right. We can still do the same odds evens.
Yeah, all right, that works for me. Let me just get down to animation. All right. So, Brian, Joseph, are you guys ready for your questions?
Yes.
All right, your first question in the category of animation. What Disney animated film features the character Mother Gothel? Took Ethan out just in time.
I know, eh? 5, 4,
Oh, repeat.
3.
Second repeat for Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I almost made a stupid mistake.
So, what Disney animated film features the character Mother Gothel?
Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We will go to Joseph first.
Mother knows best. Take it from your momsy. Tangled.
Brian.
Tangled.
Tangled is correct for 1 point each. Now, both your second questions will be worth 2 points, unless you miss. In Flushed Away, who voices Rita, the streetwise scavenger rat who helps Roddy? Streetwise rat. I think they're all streetwise.
Wise, I'm not entirely sure. They got pretty smart. Though I know I did watch The Great Mouse Detective the other week, and so some pretty smart rats in that one.
2, 1, pens down. Brian, you the first.
Kate Winslet.
And Joseph.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet is correct. Both of them showing why they are exactly where they are. With one question left in this round, nobody's given a quarter.
Absolutely, and this will be worth 3 points for both of you if you get it right. So with that, here's your question. In Paranorman, before dying of a heart attack, which family member tells Norman that he must take up the ritual to protect the town?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start again with the champ.
His grandfather?
And Brian.
I said his grandmother.
Both incorrect. We were looking for his uncle.
That's what I was going to guess. Darn it.
So we don't move anywhere in score except up a little bit, but still Brian is down by 2. So we have, looks like 14 to 12. 14 to 12. As we go into round number 4.
Yes, so round number 4 is the IMDb round, or IMDb as I like to call it. So each player will answer questions from 1, 2, and 3 point range on whiteboards separately. For the first question, you'll be given the lead actor and genre. For the second question, you'll be given director and plot keywords. For the third question, the point leader will get to choose 2 clues from actor, co-actor, director, or plot keywords. So with that, I guess you want me to ask the 1-pointer?
Sure.
Okay, so your guys' 1-pointer here. So your year is 1993. Your actor is Liam Neeson. And your genres are biography, drama, and history.
It's tough in these ones because you can't really say anything because it's just
No, you can't. And
nothing.
this is such a good match. It's
I know.
close. Still can go either way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Brian this time.
Schindler's List.
Joseph.
Schindler's List.
Both are correct.
All right, guys. Now your 2-point question. And all right. What? Okay, there we go. All right. So for your 2-point question, your director is Ron Howard, and your plot keywords are riddle, betrayal, monastery.
Did we get a year on that?
I didn't
Yeah,
hear a year either.
Yeah, I think you got to say the year. The year is 2006.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. 2006, plot keywords, riddle, betrayal, monastery, and directors Ron Howard. Always messes me up that I got to go back and look and see which one it is, but it's all written there. So it's just
This is actually a round that I do have experience with, so that's
5,
one I'm a little more comfortable with.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Joseph.
I was going to ask, aren't there like 3 movies that could fit that those clues? The Da Vinci Code.
And Brian.
Oh, is it? I said Angels and Demons.
It is the Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code is correct. All right. 3-point question, Jake.
Okay.
Well, we're going to go to...
Yeah, so Joseph, so I give the year first, and then Joseph can pick 2 categories that he wants. So between actor, co-actor, director, and plot keywords. So Joseph, your year is 2005.
Okay. Let's try actor and co-actor, please.
Okay.
All right. Take Ethan
Oh,
off screen here. All right. So for 3 points, so your year is 2005. Your lead actor is Nicolas Cage, and your co-actor is Michael Caine. I figure this is a little bit more of a serious setting, so I didn't want to say his name the way that most people do.
that's right.
Because I wanted to reflect the gravity of the moment.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'll use a second repeat, please.
Okay. So the year is 2005. Your actor is Nicolas Cage, and your co-actor is Michael Caine.
I don't do that voice because I just can't do it. So it just sounds stupid. Actually, when I do it, he sounds Australian.
It doesn't stop people. So no matter how bad even if you like sound German when you do it, I think like people still do it anyway. So just there's no shame left in the world. I mean, you see what's going on out there.
I sure do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Joseph first.
If it's the other one, I'm going to be mad. I said Lord of War.
And Brian.
I couldn't pull it at all. I know the usual after the Wind Talkers. No Blake Boris.
That is incorrect on both counts. We were looking for The Weatherman.
The Weatherman.
Oh man, yeah, about that.
So you guys were on either side of it in terms of release date.
All right, guys, we are going to get right into championship round number 5. The score as it stands right now is Joseph 17 and Brian 13 after round 4. Let's get them the rules to round number 5.
Yes, indeed, the championship round. So there's a wheel with 8 movies on it, and each competitor will get a chance to spin the wheel, and they'll each get 3 questions. The first one is worth 2 points, and then 2 questions worth 4 points each. There's no multiple choice, no stealing, and each player only gets 1 respin in round 3. So choose wisely, and if a movie has no questions remaining for a respective point value and a player lands on it, they will get a technical respin. Each player will go back and forth answering their questions until the player is mathematically eliminated, and the player behind will start answering questions first. In this case, that's Ryan. So, Sandy, you want to read off what their movies are for this match?
You got it. So the movies that the competitors were given to study before the match are Anna and the Apocalypse, Bill and Ted's Excellent or Bogus Journey, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, The Last Picture Show, Holes, The Third Man, Blank Check, and Legally Blonde. Brian, you will start answering questions first. I will give you your manager, and I have your wheel brought up. It's right there. Are you ready for your first spin?
I'm just happy to get KO'd, so yeah, go for it.
There you go. That's 4 points is 1 question, Brian.
And if this Wild Stallions match doesn't come down to a Bill and Ted question, there's something wrong with this wheel.
I was going to say, very appropriate for this match that there's a Bill and Ted movie to be.
The Last Picture Show.
I'm gonna say the respin, so I'll keep it.
Okay.
So I read Joseph his questions in round 2. You want me to read Brian his questions this round?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So let me just get to it. Okay. So Brian, your 2-point question in the last picture show.
Okay.
Who plays Genevieve?
Genevieve is Eileen Brennan.
Mrs. Peacock herself. That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, jeez.
You knew I had to bring that up.
All right, so that still keeps him behind, so he must go to his first of his 4-point questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
You got this. You know you're getting 8 points right now.
Hoping.
It's gonna be
Not a jinx either.
scary.
It's guaranteed.
Holes.
That's the one I just watched last night. I'll stick with holes.
Okay.
All right. So I will ask the first 4-point question in holes. So, okay, Brian, your question. What is the secret ingredient in the nail polish the warden is wearing when she scratches Mr. Sir's face? And you have to be specific.
Rattlesnake venom.
That is correct.
For 4 points and the lead.
Yeah, it had to be rattlesnake. It
Yep.
couldn't have just been snake. So nice job by Brian.
Or just Venom.
Or
I
just
think you mean venom.
wow, really?
Okay.
You thought my jokes were bad.
So right now, Joseph, you're behind by 2 points. So you will have to answer your 2-point question and then your 4-point question in order to throw it back to Brian for his final 4-point question. Bring in the manager. Are you ready for your first 2-point spin?
Yes.
State for the record, I enjoyed Brian's Venom joke.
Now I've avoided the TKO too. Woo!
Okay. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Bill and Ted's
Take it.
Bogus
Take it.
Journey.
Excellent.
You know I'm answering this backstage.
All right.
All right. I was
We'll at
hoping
least
for
did
that.
ourselves a favor for this particular match.
All right, Joseph, you're first. God, this is awesome.
Now I better get it right.
Keeping off screen.
Yep. Okay, your first question in round 5 is your 2-point question in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Who plays Captain Logan? Five, 4.
Hal Landon Jr.
Damn it.
Correct for 2 points.
Oh my gosh.
This is Deputy Van Halen.
And Hal Landon Sr. was Thomas Edison.
That's right. Okay,
Fun
so
fact, Joe has
Joseph,
not
we're
seen this movie.
gonna stay with.
Yeah,
He has more questions
because he still has more questions left.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Joseph. This will be your next spin.
Yes.
Your first of your 4-point spin. Are you ready?
I better be.
All right. The Third Man.
This is one of the movies I was going over my notes for before the match, so I think I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Let me find that movie. There it is. So your first 4-point question in The Third Man, as I take Ethan out again. What is the name of the book Baron Kurtz has with him to inform Holly he's the man he's to meet?
Oklahoma Kid.
for 4 points and the lead back.
Back
That
to
movie was a
Brian.
lot better on rewatch for me.
Oh yeah,
time
this
than the
movie's
first
absolutely fantastic.
All
But
right.
yeah, this is a championship match for sure, right here.
So
this
here is where we are. Brian, you'll be asked your second 4-point spin in just a second. You need this to push it back to Joseph. If you hit it, Joseph has to answer his 4-pointer. If you do not, Joseph will retain the Full Metal Trivia Singles Championship of the World. Are you ready?
Sure. He says confidently.
You still have two. You still have 2 repeats and your respin available.
Okay.
Bogus journey.
Bill and
Bogus
Ted.
journey.
Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted.
I'd also like to mention that I chose Bogus Journey, so you're welcome to both of you.
Yep.
Holes.
I think it's one of the freshest in my mind. Even it's not the one I know best necessarily, so I'm going to stick with it.
Okay.
Good luck, Brian. You got this, man.
Thanks.
2 more points.
All right. In order to stay alive, Brian, this is your second 4-point question in the movie Holes. What is the name of Sam's boat?
Sam's boat.
5,
Sam was donkey.
4,
Mary Lou.
For
4
4
points
huge
and
points.
the lead. Oh,
Well, not the lead. I just tied him.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
tied.
Tied.
It is tied. Sorry, tied, but it does move
Come on, you know you want
Question.
to do that, Joseph. Just miss this one.
back to the champ to retain his championship.
Good hit, Brian.
Are you ready, Joseph? You also have 2 repeats and your respin available. Are you ready
Yes.
to retain the championship or to crown a
Sudden
new
death.
champ?
Or go to sudden death, technically.
Make it blank check.
It's true. Anchorman, the legend of Ron Burgundy.
So I watched this last night, but I'm just worried that the details are going to be so dense because there was a lot of information to it. It's the one I have gone over the least, so I'm going to use my respin.
Okay. A respin. Going to take Ethan out. Here is the question you will be answering. Anna and the Apocalypse.
Okay.
Okay. For the championship or to sudden death, your 4-point question in Anna and the Apocalypse is, what is the name of the internet challenge where you pose for a picture with a zombie? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Hashtag selfie death.
We are tied and going into sudden death. The
Evac
answer was hashtag evac selfie.
Evac selfie. All right.
Oh,
We had the hashtag, needed a hashtag, just the wrong one.
All
yeah,
right.
This is quite the championship match.
Oh, man.
this is exactly what I hoped for
Holy shit.
when this Civil War was announced, when Brian won his contender match and knew we were going up against his partner. Exactly what I was hoping for. Tiebreaker championship match. Question number 1. Holy crap. Go ahead, Jake. Ask him that first tiebreaker question.
Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, so yeah, this is wild. All right, so guys, your first sudden death question. So yeah, this is just write your answers on your whiteboard. First person to answer correctly, and the other person misses, the match will be over. So all right, your guys' first question: what decade does The Front Runner take place?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will go to the challenger first.
1980s.
And Joseph.
Congrats, Brian. 1970s.
And your winner and new Full Metal Champion of the world, Brian the McGuffin Michaels.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Holy crap, that was a match. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get right into our post-match interviews. We're gonna take everybody out. Jake and I are gonna do a little bit of talking right now about this match, and then we're gonna get to our unfortunate second place finisher, Joseph, in just a second. Wow, did you ever show up on the right day?
Why did I?
Are you kidding me with that? It's been a long time since I've seen a sudden death match, and I'm believe the last sudden death match that played, I was part of it. So it's special when it happens. The fact that it happened between these two guys, these two amazing champions, these two amazing people that are tag team, and I don't even know what to say about this. Like, they're tag champions. Joseph was the singles champ. Now Brian's the singles champ. They're just interchanging belts with each other. This is amazing. I can't be there. Jake, you got here. You're here with me. I'm so happy that you are. What did you think of that match, man?
Yeah, if this is not match of the year in Full Metal, I don't know what is. Just Brian,
Wow.
Joseph it was back and forth. Joseph had a fantastic round 2. Brian was playing from behind for most of the match, but it all comes down to who studies those movies the best in round 5. And Brian was able to hit all 3 of his questions. Joseph just barely missing his second 4-pointer. And sudden death is a crapshoot. I mean, you just never know what questions you're going to get. And just both of these guys just played absolutely incredibly today. Either way, whoever won was going to be an incredibly deserving champion. And
yeah.
Congrats to Brian. I know that Brian is somebody who's really respected all around the fan leagues. And I believe this is the first time he's won the singles title here. So,
yeah.
I mean, this has been quite the journey for him, and I'm sure we'll get into it when we talk to him.
Absolutely. But first, before we get to that, we're going to bring in Joseph. He's been an amazing champion so far. We're going to bring him and his manager in, talk to them a little bit, see where Joseph. There is no. I usually ask, where do you think it all fell apart? It didn't. For Joseph. It just came down to one question. But let's talk to him. Joseph, I have to say this. Our former Full Metal Trivia Singles Champion of the world. You played an absolute unbelievable match. You were down after round 1. You came back in round 2 and absolutely owned that Oscars category. And then just the one slip up in round number, then you did well in round 3. You kept your lead. You did well in round 4, increased your lead, and just that one 4-point question at the end there was sent you guys to sudden death. How do you feel about your performance today? I know it stings to lose always, but you can't be that upset when you played that well.
Yeah, and I can't be upset that Ryan and I took it to sudden death to determine the outcome. I guess the two parts that I was like this close to cinching it was with the Clint Eastwood question in round 2 in the Oscars. The one time I went to multiple choice, and then also me almost writing Uncle for Paranorman, but I ended up going with Grandfather. But I guess those were the closest times that I was getting to winning. It's I can't like you said, I can't really be mad because we kept it really, really close throughout the match, very competitive, and then at the end we got there for sudden death, and that was pretty cool.
Absolutely mind-dropping match. I can't thank you enough for all that you've done in Full Metal Trivia, singles and tag division. I mean, you guys are just stupid good. It's just that simple. Ethan, what do you got to say for your boy here?
I mean, there's not too much I can say other than because everyone knows Joseph is they call him the algorithm. I mean, he's literally a computer. When he closes his eyes and he just freezes and you just see his brain doing all these computations and calculations. It's crazy to watch him play.
It's like a comic word bubble that you just see all these things going through above his head. It's totally amazing to watch.
It is, yeah, and it was really great to watch him here today. And I knew he was. I mean, he's such a great guy too. He genuinely means it when he says he was he wouldn't mind losing to Brian as Wild Stallions. I know it. He's a super nice guy, great player, and he's been the champ for a long time and he earned it. And it was a fantastic match. That's a championship match right there.
Yeah, Jake, anything to add?
No, not really. I mean, this was just a great performance by Joseph. You have absolutely nothing to hang your hat on. You played a fantastic match today. And you're not going anywhere. I mean, everybody knows that you are one of the most terrifying people in this league. You will be back. I feel pretty certain in saying that. But yeah, that's all I got to say. No
Joseph,
no questions.
We're gonna get you out of here in just a second, but I just want to say I've been here for all 3 of your title shots. Your first one, we both know, a little bit of a stinker. Did what little bit of stinker. Your second one, you absolutely dominated, and in your third one, you went to sudden death against your partner. Thank you so much for being the champion that you've been all year. You are not going. You are 7-2. That is still an amazing record for singles. You're still going to be at the top of the list when it comes to that. But for right now, we're going to get rid of Joseph, former singles champion for Full Metal Trivia, and talk to the new champion of the singles division in Full Metal Trivia, double belted Brian the MacGuffin Michaels. My friend, sir, you are the champ. And I am not going to toot my horn too bad, but I'm going to say the champ of the hardest fan league in existence, and you are now the singles title holder. How do you feel after your match, brother?
I feel like it pays to be old because I was in high school during the whole Gary Hart front runner. This is crazy to me because I mean I wanted to put up a fight. I wanted to not get KO'd or TKO'd. That was really my goal. I know how Joseph feels because you can pinpoint those questions that made the difference that would have won it for you if I had lost. I know exactly which questions I would have been blaming because the ones that I should have gotten right.
Scott Derrickson.
But I mean, honestly, it's crazy, and I think going to sudden death is the only way this one could have ended. I mean, for me, ideally, what happens is we keep winning we keep the title with the teams division. And in singles, we just keep giving it back and forth.
I was just going to say that. I'm like, what are the chances that, the next number 1 contender winner is Joseph and you guys got to go toe-to-toe again for this another climactic, match. I mean, like I said, you came out of the gates gangbusters. You got 5 out of 8 on there. Kept the lead. Faltered a little bit, taking remakes and reboots.
Yeah.
But Joseph kept his lead on you through the next 2 rounds. You did pretty good in round 3. Had a little bit of a slip up in round 4, which gave that differential a little bit more. But thankfully, it was only that 4-point differential as you were going in. You knew you had that one question that you could hit. And then you went perfect. And that's not a surprise. What is a surprise is that Joseph missed one of the questions in round 3, which normally never happens with you guys. You guys are always 10 out of 10. Like note on that one.
Round 5 or officially the round 3 is really where it's at, where we do our studying, and we usually feel like if we can make it to that round, we can get our 10 points. But occasionally like that the evac selfie thing is really like one mention in 1 second of movie, so I'm not surprised if it's something didn't catch, but it's just like, wow. Yeah. I got nothing else to say.
Jake.
Yeah. So Brian, like I said before, this is you've been around this community for a long time. This is so what has it been like, sort of you're just sort of kind of processing all this at this point, like your journey to get to this point where you're finally a singles champion?
I didn't think I'd be here, honestly. Because I always knew that I was, pretty good at movie trivia, and so when I started playing in the league, I was doing fairly well. But I kind of always hit these walls, whether it was Kirk or it was Jeremy or whoever else I might have played. I kind of started feeling like I was getting to that gatekeeper status, where I'm always going to be there, keeping everybody else away from their title shots and things, but I'm never going to win the match. And honestly, I'll tell you right now, if I lost this match, I was probably going to hang it up. But now you got me feel at least I'll lose the belt. We'll see after that.
Big Easy. You've not lost anything. One of your dudes is still the singles champion of the world, except it's just changed places right now. Give me something, tell me something about Brian, about this match that you're just so proud of.
This is what I do. I just surround myself with better players. And Brian, like, he was down on himself, and he was always going to be down on himself about this, because I know he likes to put himself down before in case he loses. But I told him, I was like, dude, you and Joseph are going to go at it. And, like, you have a real chance of winning. Like, you both do. Like, it's going to be a great match. And it was. And Brian, he got his 10 points in round 5. And like, that made the difference in this match. That's what won it. Like, he put in the work and he got it. And he also said that he's happy he was old today because the Gary Hart thing. But
yeah,
he knows his stuff. He's like an encyclopedia or I guess, I don't know, whatever the human version of that is, because Joseph's the paperback version. But
I will say that Joseph and I are probably in agreement that we watched Blank Check for nothing, and that's horrible.
Yeah, well, that's great. But I will say I am very happy it went to sudden death. I think that's the best way for this type of match and these two guys to end it. And Brian killed it. He's going to hold this belt for a long time, I think.
Yeah, I'm just going to end right now with Brian. I'm going to say I can't be prouder as somebody who was here when you first started, seeing where you've gone. We always knew you were good, but you were right. You always got right there and just couldn't push through to right there. And I saw the frustration on those losses, but I couldn't be prouder, and Full Metal Trivia couldn't be prouder to have you as their their singles championship, just like we were, Joseph. You guys are absolute ambassadors for this league and all the leagues that play in the fan leagues. So, Brian, thank you so much. You are the champion of the world in Full Metal Trivia, the singles and tag team divisions. I can't wait to see what happens next season.
Looking forward for the rematch.
All right, Jake. Well, that was it. That's the end of Snowball, and we got it with one of the most amazing matches that I've been happy to participate in. A sudden death title match, 5 rounds of awesomeness with a title change. I don't know what anybody's going to expect out there, but they're not going to expect this when they come to watch this pay-per-view.
Yeah, hell of a way to end things. Yeah, whenever this goes up, I think people are they're definitely getting the best for last, because it's hard to beat a singles title match going to sudden death, and these two guys are absolute machines. I know Brian thinks he's more human than Joseph is, but when it comes to movie trivia, these guys are absolute beasts, and they proved it today. And it's a hell of a way to close out this Full Metal season. I can't wait to get started on next season, actually playing in addition to writing.
That is right.
I hope to get here one day, but that's a ways off.
Well,
and extremely presumptuous. But
I will say this: it's not presumptuous at all. I've seen you play. I've actually curated your testing. You are somebody to be feared. So everybody out there, watch out for Jake. He's gonna put you guys on notice. But that is going to be it for this season of Full Metal Trivia. Thank you all for watching everything that we put out. We truly, truly love you for that. Like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel and on Facebook. If you're looking for a match, hit me up on Facebook. If you're looking to host, hit me up on Facebook. If you're looking to write, hit Jake up on Facebook. Do something. We love you guys. We love our fans. I want to say congratulations to Brian to becoming the new champion. I want to say congratulations to Joseph for being such an excellent champion and putting such a great effort into this match. This was something amazing that doesn't happen very often, so I hope that you guys appreciate it. Once again, my name is Sandy the Sandman Robinson, and for all of Full Metal Trivia, I say this: Happy New Year, have fun, watch movies.
It's been a long road. It's been a very long road. It's been a year since we played these guys. A year since we got our first loss in Full Metal. A year that we said we didn't deserve a title shot, and now all of a sudden, what are we doing again? We're going for another title shot because we cleaned up the tournament. Kirk, Ethan, what do you guys have to say?
Well, Kirk, I'll defer to you since you're playing in this match. So,
I'm excited to be here. Like Sean said, we won the tournament. That tournament was a very long, arduous road, and we had to beat a lot of teams. So I'm excited just to have won that. Just anytime you win a tournament, that's a lot of fun. So this is gravy. This is where we wanted to be. As soon as we lost that last match, we said this is where we want to get right back here. And I said in the last match, people had a lot to say about how we got that first title match. Some to our faces, mostly behind our backs. But can't say anything about this one. We definitely earned this one. And let's have fun, Sean. Let's enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I mean, we love Brian and Joe. They're friends. They're Club Dread. Literally, this whole tournament was us taking out Club Dread, which sucked. It sucked having to beat our friends and our training partners. And now we got a title match against our training partners, against our friends. So same story, except this time it's 5 rounds. Let's get this going.
Yeah. I just really quickly want to say these guys earned their place here. They beat probably the best team that I've ever seen in my life to get to this match. And so they earned their spot, and I'm excited to watch this match happen. I mean, I am the manager of all 4 of these players, so I'm really excited to see what happens. If these guys win, there's a new champion. If they lose, the reigning champs keep reigning. So either way, it's going to be exciting. And I'm just excited to watch 4 great players duke it out.
Is he your manager?
Yeah,
He's your manager, right? Okay, that's what I thought.
In our faction, dumbass.
Bruh.
Blooper reel, baby.
Anyway.
I want to go back to when it was just Brian's face on the screen.
Joseph's clearly busy, so I'll go first.
Yeah.
It's been a long time for us too, but it's been a long time of not playing at all as a team in this division. We've been sitting here waiting a long time. It's been almost a year since we played last. I'm just glad we get to defend against a good team this time, because the last Jokers we played against, they were pathetic. But these are guys who have earned their title shot. They've gone through that tournament. It's going to be fun. I do just want to say I've never been so simultaneously stressed out and totally not stressed out about a match before, because I think these guys can be tough, but I also won't mind if they win because they deserve it. Joseph?
They do deserve to be here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in, the host muted my mic, so I was like, "What?"
It was just while you were clacking, but he unmuted you.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, Sharks deserve to be here, and we looking over how the tournament was going, how it was developing, how the matches were playing out. It was a very good likelihood that we would be facing them again. But as we said before, we always look forward to playing these guys because they always bring it, and it's always really, really intense for me, at least, to fight these guys because, they're good. And it's going to be exciting for this rematch. And I just hope we can bring it out and pull it through again. So I want to keep these titles, keep playing as Wild Stallions.
Yes, I mean this is gonna be a hell of a match. These guys are two of the best. I mean, they've played each other, I don't know if this is a spoiler, so maybe I won't say anything. But who knows when this will come out? But they're both great players. Sean and Kirk are great players. This is gonna be awesome. Sean, I hope Sean does terribly for no reason. No one will know why, but he said something in the comments, and now I hope he crashes. I'm kidding. Everyone's doing great. It's gonna be a great match. I'm excited to watch it. I'm not gonna be doing any strategy talk or anything with the players. I will be here for moral support only. Can't wait to watch it. Let's see who wins.
Club Dread represent.
Well, those were promos. I can't believe I get to host this match. It feels like I was just here 18 months ago, the last time both these teams played together. And just a little heads up for everybody wondering when this match will come out. It's going to be February 32nd, 2052. So yeah, it's coming out in the near future. Alex, I appreciate you for being here tonight. A lot of people don't know who you are. I am so happy that you're here. You're one of my favorite people. You have a commanding presence behind the desk, and that's exactly what you're here for. What are your thoughts on these promos tonight?
I love the promos. I love a good old-fashioned mutual respect with some subtle digs, or not so subtle digs, thrown in. I'm very confused by the Rubik's Cube, but maybe it'll pay off at some point. Maybe he'll chuck it at one of them. That would be very interesting, I think. I am really excited about this match. Not sure why you said that nobody here knows me. That was mean. But it is good to be here. It is my first title match, and nobody that I'd rather call it with than you, Jay.
Appreciate it. It was for that dig at Sean in the Onto League. I got you.
I regret nothing.
And we'll get in. we'll get into this. All right, y'all. In this championship match, introducing first, Kirk the consigliere Kolakowski and Sean the movie crusader Wasserkrug coming in at a stunning 5-1 with, it looks like a pierogi pyramid instead of a Rubik's boulder. I appreciate that. Don't laugh. God damn it. That was great. That was great. And introducing the reigning movie trivia champions, Brian the MacGuffin Michaels and Joseph the Algorithm Olivas at 10-1. It is Wild Stallion.
We didn't bring our props. Carrot Top.
All right, guys. Everybody has been here at least once in the last 2.5 years. But if you need a quick breakdown of the rules, so every competitor is going to get 8 questions in the Rumble, 8 different categories. For each question, you'll have about 15 seconds. I've got a little timer right up there in the corner. That's how I'm going to keep track. After the time is up, you're going to show what you have written on your board. And you're going to say it at the same time. If you got it right, you gain a point. If you don't got it right, you don't gain a point. Everybody knows that. If by any chance somebody gets all 8 questions correct, we will give you a bonus point. If not, we're going to move into round 2 and we'll get to those rules when we get there. Because it is a championship match, y'all get 4 repeats instead of 3 and 1 challenge. Are you guys ready to start?
Ready.
Let's get it on.
All right. I'm going to put you right there. And Alex, you chose evens, correct?
Yep.
All right. So round number 1, y'all, your first category comes in the realm of classics. What kind of business does Cary Grant's character work for in His Girl Friday? Have you ever had a girl Friday, Alex?
I've had a girl on Friday, but that's a story for another time. Don't worry about it. Don't tell anyone.
I've never had a girl Friday, but a girl Wednesday, on the other hand, completely different story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will start with Joseph.
Newspaper?
Kirk.
Newspaper.
Brian.
Newspaper.
And Sean.
I said clothing store.
Oh, newspaper was the correct answer. Stein's taking an early 1-point lead. Alex, hit him with that next question.
Your second question will come from the category of actors and actresses. In what film did Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson make his film debut?
If you had to give yourself an inanimate object for your nickname, what would it be? I'm thinking Alex the Rubik's Boulder.
You were so close. We had a payoff. I was right, by the way. We definitely had a payoff to one of those things. I'd have to say the noose, because it's pretty intrinsic to my personality at this point.
That is, I believe, the darkest joke that has ever been made, and it wasn't made by me, and I'm mad for that. 5, 4.
Darkest one on the call, too.
Yo! 2-1, pens down. Oh my god. Kirk.
The Mummy Returns.
Brian.
The Mummy Returns.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe you said that. Sean.
I love AMC, and it's The Mummy Returns.
Joseph.
The better film to the first one, Mummy Returns.
Wrong, it is The Mummy to the Scorpion King.
All right, everybody is on the board now. With that one.
Everybody is on the board. Stallions maintains a 1-point lead. Question number 3 comes to the realm of Oscars, y'all. Carly Simon won the Academy Award for Best Original Song with Let the River Run, which comes from what 80s film?
Would have already gotten knocked out at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is what I am saying. This is tough.
I did singles one time. Did not go well.
Hey, I saw you watching some movies the other day on Twitter.
300 movies is the goal.
5
for the year.
4.
Whole year.
3, 2. That's a lot of movies. 1, pens down. We will start with Brian.
I started writing after you said Carly Simon. Working Girl.
Kirk.
Didn't have it.
Joseph.
Working Girl. Does that goal include rewatches or just new watches?
New watches.
And Sean.
I'm going to assume that the answer is Working Girl, and I didn't have that.
The answer was Working Girl.
Yeah. All right. Next question will come from the category of sports. Sports. What is the name of the Texas State University football team in Necessary Roughness? I'm never getting invited back after those first few jokes, am I?
Yes, you will.
It's not.
100%. I will make sure you come back.
So bad. If there's anybody I offended by pointing out my skin color,
it's 2021. Get over it.
I thought you were referring to the dark nature of your jokes.
5, 4, 3. We're moving on to 1. Pens down. We will start with Sean.
They're the Armadillos.
Joseph.
Not the Texas football team I was hoping you'd ask for. I said the Bulls.
Unfortunately incorrect. Kirk.
I also guessed the Armadillos.
And Brian.
I also incorrectly guessed the Bulls.
Wow.
Team staying along lines.
Yeah, looking for it, the Armadillos.
Question number 5, y'all, comes to the realm of sci-fi fantasy. In Starman, what animal does Scott resurrect with his alien powers? I wonder if this is where they got the title for that alien movie.
That alien movie.
That alien movie.
I mean, it's going to be a really weird Austin Powers movie, but that's where I was going to go with it.
I wouldn't call British people aliens, but 5.
If they
4.
come
Well,
to
actually, I would.
I don't know about that.
3, 2,
Yeah, baby, yeah.
1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Kirk
It's a deer.
and Brian.
I didn't know that. Cat.
Sean
I said dog.
and Joseph.
This was asked a few years ago. Everybody on that match gets the dog, but the answer is deer.
Joseph keeping a 1-point lead for Stallions going into the 6th question. It was a deer.
Speaking of that 6th question, that will come from the category of comedy. What kind of business does George become an owner of in UHF?
Own a business. You know what it would be.
I'd own like one of those stores that sells a bunch of knickknacks, but nobody ever goes into. I just want to be in a room by myself is really the point.
Oh yeah, I've been to a Spencer's Gifts before.
Hey, I've spent a lot of good times at Spencer's.
4, 3, and you were the only one there, right?
I should have went back.
Memories.
1. Pens down. We will start with Brian.
It feels like a trick question. I said a TV station.
Sean.
I said a video store.
Joseph.
I said a record store.
And Kirk.
Spatula City, Spatula City. It's a TV station.
It is a TV station. Your
They're too young to
7th.
know what UHF is, Brian. That's why they didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Nobody here's 100 years old except for the 2 of you. And maybe Bill. Question number 7, your penultimate question, comes to the realm of directors. Nobody getting a perfect round thus far. Category number 7, directors. Who directed Dead Presidents, From Hell, and The Book of Eli? I once stole a book from a kid named Eli. It was not a very interesting read, though. I'm just saying.
Was
It was just
McKay?
full. No, it was full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, so Boatman.
Honestly, it became
Edit
more
that out.
unforgivable. It became more unforgivable when you said Yu-Gi-Oh
5,
cards.
4, 3, 2. That's why I stole them, because I didn't collect them myself. 1.
Repeat.
Oh, you got it in just under the wire. That is Shark's first of 4. Kirk, your repeat. Who directed Dead Presidents, From Hell, and The Book of Eli? Now, when I stole this, I don't think Eli Boatman was alive, but I don't think Caleb Boatman was alive either.
It's difficult to tell with Caleb. He might actually be.
Somehow he is a 90-year-old man and a 17-year-old child all wrapped into one. It's crazy. 5, 4, 3. Much love to him, though. 2. See, I did it there. 1. Pens down. We will start back up with Joseph.
Book of Eli is really underrated. The Hughes brothers.
I wouldn't say underrated, but Kirk.
I guess Tim's Story.
Brian.
Hughes Brothers.
And Sean.
I said John Singleton.
Ooh, close. It was the Hughes brothers.
All right, and that leads us to your 8th and final question for this round. The category is plot summary. Your question: when a songwriter's singer boyfriend strays from her after landing a deal with a major label, she meets a disgraced record label executive who convinces her to make music with him.
Music.
The final frontier.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Kirk.
It's 1 of 2. I said Dreamgirls.
Brian.
Begin again.
Sean.
Begin again.
And Joseph.
Once.
Ooh. Begin again is the correct answer.
Good pull, Sean.
So the rules for round number 2, the leading competitors will decide to go first or second. The player going first will bet on either red or black. The wheel will be spun and will land on either a category or a color. If a color is spun, the competitor with the corresponding color will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, the competitor can choose to take it or respin. If they respin, they will have to stick with whatever category the wheel lands on. From the category, the competitor will receive 4 questions worth 2 points each. Multiple choice is available, reducing the point value to 1 point. And please be advised that opponents can steal the points available if the question is answered incorrectly.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've got your wheel. Your categories on the wheel today are romance/romantic comedies, mixed bag, action adventure, Samuel L. Jackson, Susan Sarandon, The Pictures Got Small, movies about movies, animation, 90s, drama, back to school movies, red and black, and our team's strengths of written by James Cameron for Wild Stallions and directed by George A. Romero, rest in peace, which is the Jurassic Shark's strength. And after a quick score contabulation and somebody dropping because they couldn't hear things from anybody else, we have our scores: Stallions with 11 and Sharks with 8. Brian, Joseph, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or would you like to go second?
Second?
Yeah.
Second.
They are going to defer. That being said, Sharks, red or black?
We want red, right, Sean?
Yep, we always go red.
Red, please.
Most definitely. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get it. As you can see, it is on red right now. That's not the spin. And the spin is in for your first one.
Did you bring Ethan in, by the way?
Oh, yes, I can. And it lands on Susan Sarandon.
Actually says Susie Sarandon.
They're the same person.
Much lesser known actress.
Yeah.
You guys have never heard of her. Don't do it.
Title match, baby. Let's do it.
What do you think, Sean? I mean, it's not too bad, but I think there's stuff on there I like better.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I prefer other things on there. I'm just kind of letting it ride.
Yeah, I'd say let's spin again.
All right, spin again.
We're gonna spin one more again. All right.
Yeah.
Remember, what you land on, you are stuck with this time.
You get two respins on championship match. Stop.
Oh,
Directed by George A. Romero. Alex, would you like to read these questions to Jurassic Sharks?
I would love that.
I'm just going to sit back and relax.
Don't get too comfortable.
Use your noodle.
It
It should be all the way at the bottom.
Oh, of course.
Well, not all the way at the bottom, but all the way at the bottom of.
Yeah.
Rogue the whole time.
Here it is, directed by George A. Romero. All right, if y'all are ready. Okay, great.
Yep.
Your first question, what George A. Romero film was remade in 2010?
$2010? You want me to go multiple, Sean?
I know of one, but it's not 2010.
Yeah, I know a couple, but none of them are 2010. Multiple choice, please.
All right. Is it A, Season of the Witch, B, The Crazies, C, Martin, or D, Dawn of the Dead?
I know what
It's
it is now.
Yeah, it's the craziest final answer.
And that is correct for 1 point.
Dang it. Totally blanked on that one.
All right. Second question. Who plays Harry Wentworth in Something to Tide You Over, segment of the film Creepshow?
Pretty sure that's Ted Danson.
If you feel confident, then take it.
Is that your answer?
Ted Danson, final answer.
All right. And that is correct for 2 points.
And to
Afraid
tie
it was
the
a Leslie
game.
Nielsen character. I was real nervous about that.
You're good. You're good.
All right. Third question. What happens to Alan that sends him to the hospital at the beginning of Monkey Shines?
He gets hit by a truck. Final answer.
And that is correct for another 2 points.
Watch that this morning.
And fourth question. What does Child Thad's mother buy for him at the beginning of The Dark Half?
I have a guess, Sean. I think I know what it is. Do you want me to go for it, or do you want me to go multiple just to be safe? Brian looks hungry.
I mean, we need the points, but I mean, it depends on how confident you are in your guess.
I think I want to go multiple just to be safe.
All right.
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Is A, a notebook, B, a fountain pen, C, a typewriter, or D, a book on writing?
I'm pretty sure it's a typewriter, Sean.
Go ahead.
Typewriter, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Was that what you thought it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next question. In Bruiser, what famous character does Henry dress as for Miles Stiles' Halloween party?
Crap, I can see him.
If you need a repeat, take it.
Five,
Yeah, give me a repeat.
4. That's their second.
Second repeat. In Bruiser, what famous character does Henry dress as for Miles Stiles' Halloween party?
I'm going to need multiple on this, Sean.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, The Phantom of the Opera, B, Hannibal Lecter, C, Zorro, or D, The Scarlet Pimpernel?
I think it's D, Sean.
Go ahead.
D, final answer.
D is incorrect. So we'll go to Wild Stallions for the steal. The options are A, The Phantom of the Opera, B, Hannibal Lecter, C, Zorro, or D, The Scarlet Pimpernel.
Any inclination, Brian?
Zorro jumped out at me, but it's nothing but a guess.
Yeah, I was thinking Phantom of the Opera. We can go with Zorro. If what does the Scarlet Pimpernel look like? I'm not.
I have no idea.
Okay, 'cause maybe if it looked like one of the items.
4.
Let's go with it.
3.
Zorro, final answer.
And that is correct for a 1 point steal. All right. We're going to go back to Jurassic Sharks for their final question in this category. Who plays Kaufman in Land of the Dead?
I think that's Dennis Hopper's character.
I actually think you're right on that, so go ahead.
Dennis Hopper, final answer.
For 2 points, closing out the round. Well done.
Quick update. I've got Sharks at 16. I've got Stallions at 12.
Yeah, they got the 1 point steal in there. Yeah.
Okay. That being said, we will swap back over to the wheel. I'm going to deactivate this wheel slice because I'm not a jackass and won't let you spin it 4.5 times in a row. Fair. Oh my God! What do you need?
That was posted when they had spun for sharks. That was.
They should be here anyway, so.
Yeah,
No,
but I'll
you
stay in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No
You're
worries,
good. No,
Chris.
I saw it. I
in here.
saw it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Stallions, this is your spin. Back to school movies is what you landed on.
I feel like there's better ones.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I think there's better ones. Question: is Samuel L. Jackson movies with this Amanda Seyfried? Is that? Anyway, no. It's a Ted 2 reference. Never mind. You want to respin?
Yes. How could any of us miss that Ted 2 reference?
Oh no, I got it.
You want to respin, Joseph?
Yeah, I'll agree to the respin.
All right, let's respin.
Spin, please.
Let's get your actual spin in there. Black being Stallion's color, by the way. Oh, mixed bag.
I love to hear Crooked Eyeball go, no.
Make it there.
And let me scroll to that, and I will be asking you guys yours.
All right. We got this stuff.
I feel good in mixed bags. My best category.
All right. Stallions, if you are ready, your first question in mixed bag. What kind of animal does Colin Firth voice during the animated sequence in Mary Poppins Returns?
This movie was in our last match, and I still haven't seen it.
I don't remember this. I know. It won us the last match, but.
Right. Let's go multiple choice then.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice, please.
Most definitely. Your multiple choice options are A, weasel, B, snake, C, badger, or D, wolf.
My first thought is Angelica.
If you have any inclination at all, take it, because I have no idea.
I'm just guessing because, like I said, I didn't see the movie, but I would feel like he would voice, but I don't know. Yes. Let's go with it.
Sure, let's go with that.
3.
Badger, final answer?
Badger is Badger, you said?
Yeah.
Badger, final answer, yes.
Is unfortunately incorrect.
Redeem yourself, Sean.
Chance for a 1 point steal. Sharks. Your options again are A, weasel, B, snake, C, badger, or D, wolf.
This is such an FU to me by putting this movie back in here. Do you have any thoughts?
Did he say Colin Firth?
Yeah, Colin Firth.
I would think a weasel.
I was thinking weasel too. It was
You wanna go with
weasel
that?
or wolf, but I'm leaning more towards weasel.
Okay, go ahead.
Weasel, final answer.
Unfortunately, weasel is not correct. We were looking for wolf.
Fuck you, Mary Poppins Returns.
I had a year to watch it, Sean. I didn't. So.
No, okay, I'm good. Thank you. Your second question in Screw It, Mixed Bag. Who plays the Stallions? Who plays the villainous Renard in The World Is Not Enough?
Robert Carlyle. Robert Carlyle, final answer.
For 2 points. Stallions within 2. Your third question in Screw It, Mixed Bag. What color is Robert Shaw's character named after in the original version of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3?
I've never seen the original.
I have. There's
Do you
one.
want to go multiple choice?
Yes, multiple choice, please.
Okay.
Your multiple choice options are A, red, B, blue, C, yellow, or D, green.
They're both there. Do you mind if
Don't
I
even
just
ask
take
me to
one?
go with your gut because I don't know.
Blue, final answer.
Blue is correct for a point.
Nice one.
Okay.
Your fourth question in the realm of screw it, mixed bag. Who composed the score for the Ides of March?
Let's go multiple choice on that.
Multiple choice.
Yes, multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Alexander Desplat, B, John Bryan, C, David Shire, or D, Howard Shore.
Any inclination?
Is this question 4?
Yes.
I'm thinking Club Dread or Super Troopers. But it's just a guess.
4, 3, 2.
C,
C,
final answer.
C.
C is incorrect. A chance for a 1-point steal. Sharks, your multiple choice options are A, Alexander Desplat, B, John Bryan, C, David Shire, or D, Howard Shore.
I'm thinking John Bryan.
That's what you feel. Go with it. I actually never saw the movie, so I never guess so.
John Bryan, final answer.
Unfortunately, that is also incorrect. We were looking for that guy who did a couple of Harry Potter movies, Alexander Desplat.
My first guess. Dang it.
Oh, sorry. Speak up, because I was just guessing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, your penultimate question in Screw It, Mixed Bag, is who directed 1981's The Howling?
Joe Dante, right?
Was it? Do you feel confident in that?
Fairly confident.
All right, go for it.
Joe Dante, final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
Nice one.
And the lead. Your final question in Screw It, Mixed Bag. What war does the original version of the Manchurian Candidate take place around?
The original is the Korean War.
Yes.
So, the Korean War. Final answer.
Final answer.
Correct for 2 points. I've got 16 to 19 Stallions in the lead. Hell of a round 2, y'all. Hell of a round 2. All right, guys. Round 3 is going to involve a little bit of math. Your round 3 rules, we like to call round 3 triple jeopardy around here in the championship matches. A wheel featuring 6 categories will be spun. After a category is landed on, the team or players in the lead will have the option to choose that category or spin again. Once selected, each player will answer 3 questions on their whiteboards from the same category. Each question is worth 1 point. However, questions answered in progression increase their point value by 1. So, for example, the first question will be worth 1 point. If a player provides a correct answer, the following question will be worth 2 points. If a question is correctly answered at the 2-point level, the third question will be worth 3 points. At any given time, if you get an incorrect answer, your point value will revert back to 1. Does everybody understand the rules for round number 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Good question.
Yes,
No
sir.
deductions. No deductions for incorrect answers, right?
No deductions for incorrect answers. I think they changed that up because I think that used to be a thing.
It was
what?
for our last match.
Yes, we did change it. And I'm just going to go ahead and prime this real fast. And then while that comes to Stallions, you are in the lead. I'm going to spin this wheel. You have the option to spin again. Your options on the wheel are biopics, scores and soundtracks, sports, romance/rom-coms, comedies, musicals, and biopics.
You said biopics twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then I just got back to the beginning
He's
of the
back
wheel.
at the top.
So there's 6 categories, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just don't know how to count, apparently. Been up for 30 fucking hours. So I'm going to go ahead and give this wheel a good old little spin, and you guys can choose to keep it or not. Y'all don't need to see. You don't need to see who's snapping my chats. And it lands on sports.
What are the categories, real quickly? Biopics, sports, scores and soundtracks, comedy, musicals, and rom-coms?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about this, Ryan?
I feel like spinning again.
Same.
Because, I mean, I feel okay in it, but Sean's used as a strength before. I don't want him to get, like, clean sweep, so.
Okay. Yeah, let's spin again, please.
Spin it.
We're going to spin one more time.
Yes, please.
All right. Whatever it lands on, you are stuck with for this round. And it is scores and soundtracks.
All right.
Everyone looks very excited about scores.
Oh, this is everybody's favorite category there, bud. Alex.
Yeah,
You want to go ahead and take the first one?
I would love to. All right, your first question in scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score to Man of Steel?
Hey, we got a geek question in there.
Hey, making me feel welcome.
Who's just for you?
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, the next one is just for you.
I just saw it too. I'm upset.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are gonna go to Joseph first.
Hans Zimmer.
Kirk.
Wah. Hans Zimmer.
He said bois. Extra points for the bois.
I
Brian
think that's
Hans Zimmer.
and Sean.
I'm glad I changed it. Hans Zimmer.
Hey. Everybody's question for the second question is worth 2 points now. Anybody misses it, it goes back to 1. Your second question in the realm of scores and soundtracks. What band recorded the song Accidentally in Love for Shrek 2?
If this were my channel, I'd be putting up middle fingers to the camera to show I'm upset about this question.
Why do you think I called you out on it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'm gonna stick with teams on this one just because it'll be a little easier to contabulate scores. We're gonna go to Kirk.
I said Smash Mouth.
Unfortunately, Smash Mouth is incorrect. Sean.
I also said Smash Mouth.
Joseph.
No blank boards. Panic at the Disco.
Unfortunately, also incorrect. Brian.
Counting Crows.
For 2 points. The only person who will have a chance at scoring 3 points in this next question is Brian. Everybody else will have a chance to score 1. Alex, hit him with it.
Yep. Your third and final question in this round. Who composed the scores for films such as Delivery Man, The Other Guys, and Trainwreck?
So much for the 3 points.
Unforgettable scores, all of them.
The score is not what I remember from Trainwreck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. pens down, please. We are going to start with Joseph.
Let's go back to this composer. Maybe it will work this time. John Bryan?
Brian.
No blank boards. Thomas Newman.
Kirk.
I said John Debney.
And Sean.
No blank board. Howard Shore.
I can't believe it.
One person got it right, and it was Joseph. It was John Bryan. That's what we in the business call a callback. At the end of round number 3, I have Sharks at 18. I have Stallions at 24.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. All right. The rules for the IMDb round, which is round 4, each player will answer questions from the 1, 2, and 3-point range on whiteboards separately. For the first question, you will be given the lead actor and genres. For the second question, you will be given the director and plot keywords. For the third question, the team with the leading points will get to choose 2 clues from actor, co-actor, director, or plot keywords. Yes, sir.
Last time we did teams title, we were given 2 sets of movies to collaborate on as a team. Has that been changed?
Yes.
For teams? It's back to this format?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So everybody write your answers down on your boards.
These are all worth 1 point. Correct answer?
It's 1 point for the first one, 2 points for the second one, 3 points for the third one.
Oh.
So
the third one, we could get 6 points per team.
Per team.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
I'm not wrong on that. Hold on.
So we're not working together as a team. We're just on our own.
Yes, you're separate. You're separate on this. Your 1 point in IMDb. Your year is 1992. Your genres are drama, mystery, and thriller. And your actor is Sharon Stone. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Kirk.
Basic Instinct.
Brian.
Basic Instinct.
Sean.
Basic Instinct.
Joseph.
Clean sweep. Basic Instinct.
Hey, everybody was very quick to their boards with that one. We could have gone a little bit earlier. Alex, you saw how it was done. Please don't read the title of the movie. Like I almost did.
It's very dangerous having that first, especially for me. I get distracted real quick. I will do my best. Once again for 2 points. The year is 1982. The plot keywords are writer, romance, and Holocaust. And the director is Alan J. Pakula.
Possibility for 4 points per team on this one.
It's a huge round. This is going to be a scary round. This could be a very swingy.
This is a very swingy round. We call it the first 10 episodes of Naruto. There's so much swing here. 5, 4, 3. Had to throw the weeb joke in there. 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Joseph.
Sophie's Choice.
Brian.
Ethan's feeling this tonight. Sophie's Choice.
Kirk.
Sophie's Choice.
Sean.
I wrote Angela's Ashes.
Sophie's Choice was the correct answer. Stallions, you are in the lead. You get to choose 2 clues: actor, co-actor, director, or plot keywords.
So what I was thinking is that make it as movie release dates as possible. So just actor and director.
I'm okay with actor director. That's good for me.
Let's do actor and director, please.
All right. Your 3-point question. The year 2012. Your actor, Denzel Washington. Your director, Danielle Espinosa. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Sean.
White. That's not right.
Kirk.
The Manchurian Candidate.
Joseph.
Again, guys, safe house.
Brian.
Safe house.
I've got
It's over.
20,
That's
30, 35. I've got, yeah, okay. Okay. And your winners by way of knockout, Wild Stallions, with a score of 36-22. Hell of a game, y'all. Hell of a game. I'm going to go ahead and throw Brian and Joseph in the back real fast. We're going to talk to Kirk, Sean, and their manager right now. Fellas, y'all made it all the way to the championships. Y'all went 5 and you want 4-0 in a tournament to get back here to prove that you deserved to be in this spot. Unfortunately, it ended in a loss today. What are you guys feeling? How are you guys gonna cope? Are you guys gonna come back stronger? Y'all gonna go back to the green and go back to the room and just start training to get back to this spot? Because it seems like the only people who can beat you are the champions.
I mean, I'll say this again, just housekeeping, get it out of the way. Congrats to Brian, and this is the housekeeping. Congrats to Brian and Joseph. They did a great job. They probably would have won this match anyway, but the fact that we went to this new format for round 4 and made it that swingy, I mean, that's just KO bait there, I think.
Well, the other part of it, too, is this is a teams match.
Yeah.
Literally 1 round and 2 questions in the 5th round are team related. Everything else is singles at that point. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of it being a team championship when literally there's barely any team part happening in this outside of literally 2 questions and 1 round. So it really felt more like a 4-way at this point where we were just combining points. So I don't think this new rule was necessarily really fair. Nothing against Wild Stallions. Brian and Joe.
No, that's like I said, that's housekeeping. I think that needs to be looked at. They were running away with it. I mean, if we went to round 5, they probably, very likely would have had it anyway. But I think again, we'll leave it at that. But they played.
It's no different than our other loss and that we had. Sometimes the questions just don't fall our way. It wasn't that we weren't prepared, because we were prepared. We got Kirk's strength. That's Kirk's strength. That's his, which is why I didn't really do much input, because that's his. That's no different than me getting movie release dates and me just kind of taking control. But there's just certain questions, and that's championship level questions. You get those questions that you're just like, even Brian and Joseph had hard times on some of the questions, but I think the real thing that really hurt us in this is we are a great team, and when you take the team aspect out of the match, and this is for Wild Stallions too. I mean, I don't think it was fair for either team to have to play this way. I mean, it definitely worked out in their favor. But just the questions didn't fall our way in this match.
And we need to. I think again, every time we lose a match, we take it as a learning experience. Go back. I need to change the way I prep. I wasn't ready enough for Romero. I wasn't ready enough for my strength. I should at least picked up a couple more points there, and that's on me. We focused on some other things where maybe I should have been doing that. So, I mean, again, back to the drawing board. We got here once. We'll get here again. Hopefully it won't take a year this time to make it happen. But I have no doubt in my faith in Sean and I's abilities to get back here.
Yeah, these guys are, I mean, they had to do a lot of work to get to this match. They had to go through that whole tournament. They had to beat the best team anywhere ever. Cold Classics. And it's always a bummer when my guys don't make it to round 5 in this case, round 5, because these guys prepped and they worked for it. So I really wanted to at least see them, get their 10 points that everyone knows they had lined up. So I gotta agree with them about the new format. That was tough to see because that's a lot of points on the board. And even in my head, I was doing the math and I was like, oh my God, wait, that's it? Because it was like, it came out of nowhere to me. But I also, like I said, I mean, I'll talk about it when I go with Stallions, but they played a great match. But yeah, these guys are going to come back. I mean, they have a great record. This is just another championship match that they played, but they'll be back. I mean, they're always ready. And like Kirk said, they're gonna learn from this. They're gonna study even harder, and they're gonna win next time. Maybe.
I think letting us know the format change before the match definitely would have been helpful instead of just dropping it on us and all of a sudden just like, wait, what? Not that it would have made a difference, really, but it would have been nice to have at least known that the format had changed on us. But no, I mean, I feel bad for Kirk. I really badly wanted to get you a championship, buddy. I really did.
We'll get there, Sean. Don't worry about it.
I know.
I'm not, like I said, this is just a bump in the road. I mean, I feel bad. This is my thing. I win tournaments. I lose title matches. And I want to break that streak. So I'm not winning tournaments, but losing the title matches. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I mean, this whole 5-round thing is a puzzle for us, and we got to figure out how to make it work. And that's all. That's all we got to do. We'll get there.
And fuck Mary Poppins Returns. How dare you guys bring that back? That was such a low blow. But yeah. Anyway, good game, guys.
Yeah, great game. Congratulations.
Till next time.
22 points. Nothing to hang your head on. That's a winning score in any other match.
And I want to say, I'm bummed out we lost, but I'm happy Brian and Joseph win because both of them now, but especially Brian, have an opportunity now to be holding a lot of belts in a lot of different areas of this community. So I'll definitely be rooting for those guys.
And belt stays in Club Dread.
Yep, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Ethan, I'm just going to keep you right there. Just
Yes,
look
sir.
pretty, smile, do your thing. I have Joseph muted because
He broke out another Rubik's Cube. All right.
maybe this one's quieter.
So I'll talk first this time. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one to celebrate because obviously they're friends of ours, they're faction mates. I thought they played a great game. Definitely the formats play a factor. I mean, when you already have a compounding round in round 3 where it can be a big swing, now you got round 4 is a giant swing one too. And I understand what they're saying about the teams aspect too. So some valid points. But I mean, they still played very well. Things I think just fell a lot our way and some questions that we knew. Round 2, it seems to be the going thing. I do well in the rest of the rounds. Round 2, I kind of leaned on Joseph a little more. He was able to carry us through that one. But nice to have another win. Glad we could play, friends again, and hopefully we'll bring on the next Club Dread challenger. Maybe them again. I'm sure we haven't seen the last of them.
That is for sure. I do have a quick question. So when your next title match comes out in the year 29-29-29, Who are you hoping to play, if not Jurassic Sharks? Anybody else that you have your eye on that you think might have a chance to take you on and then crash and burn?
Well, by then, I'm pretty sure Judgment Day will have come. So we'll be playing like T1000s and Rev 9s.
Yeah.
But as far as teams, I mean, there's a lot of new teams. I mean, I'd like to play. There's obviously a lot of the ones that I know. I mean, called classics. You got they're obviously contenders, and Jurassic Sharks. We'll see them again. But I'm always curious to see which of like the new teams break through. I kind of play with some of the new guys.
Some of the you said Rev 9s. Some of the teams that look at very intimidating and that I would really love to play against are Kumite. Shout out to the judge in the back. If we cannot, under any circumstances, play Jurassic Sharks, then Cold Classics or anybody else in Club Dread would be great. Keep it in the faction. We're really open to anybody because we like playing this game and it's just a lot of fun to do it. Sometimes it doesn't end well, but if I had to be like completely honest, if I were playing any other team, I would try to use the format that would best benefit ourselves because we knew that Jurassic Sharks were going to get 10 points in round 3, so that's why I suggested the directors and actor.
And if you viewers don't think we suffer for this, we had to watch Rugrats the movie for this.
For nothing, for no reason.
We watched 10 movies and studied them. I know Jurassic Sharks did just as much, if not more, studying these movies for them. So none of these are ever going to be used again. So we can't even save this for the future. Just saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Joseph. Go ahead.
No, that's fair. That's fair point. So like, call out Malcolm.
No, you mean Malcolm Goldilay, the person who selected Rugrats for the round 3 wheel? That one?
Still not the worst movie I've seen for trivia this year, but that's just me. Anyway, Jurassic Sharks played really well up to that point, which happens, but anyway, still, they're great guys. Like, they're great. They shouldn't be... Anytime we get to face them again, I will look forward to them. And Brian, also, thank you for helping me out with that round 3 question about the Shrek 2 question, because that gave us the 2 points for that, so that was really great.
That seems to be the round in championship matches where I contribute, apparently. Okay.
I just want to add on to what they said. I mean, obviously, Sharks are great guys, great players, and they had their 10 points coming. We didn't get to see it, but having said that, it's a bittersweet feeling for me because I have 2 guys who didn't win, and I got 2 guys who did win, and these 2 guys here, Joseph and Brian, they're known as. I mean, they're not known as this, but I know them as this. The Mount Everest of Full Metal teams because they're almost impossible to scale, and it is for a reason, clearly. And I mean, who knows who will beat them in 7 years when they record the next match? But I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing the next people try to do it. It's just crazy to watch these guys play, And when Joseph doesn't have one, Brian has one, and when Brian doesn't have it, Joseph has it. Like they're such a great team together, and their personalities don't match at all. It's like watching a great 80s buddy cop movie. I love it. I love all 4 of these guys, and you too, Jay. Don't worry. I know that it's easy to say that when it's just the players, but these bunch of these guys I've been with for a while, and I love all these guys. And Alex, maybe someday I'll say the same about you, but I don't love you yet.
Probably not.
It could happen.
It'll be all right.
Well, who knows? I like you.
We gotta love him for that joke he made on the second question in round 1.
That was a great joke. Got me closer. But it was a great match. I wish it could have gone to the final round, but that's what happens sometimes.
I just want to say I believe this is the best record moving forward in any of the leagues for a team in any format. 10-1 seems like an insurmountable odd for anybody. Everest, who's going to be the Edmund Hillary? We will find out in the next decade, hopefully. Guys, thank you for being here. 36 points, a KO on your record. You moved to 10-1. You're in double digits for your wins. You win 90% of your matches, 92% of your matches. Thank you for being here. I think we're going to get the hell out of here. We've been running a little late. So I'm going to drop you guys out, and me and Alex are going to have one last little word. Alex, thank you so much for jumping in and helping me co-host this match tonight. I greatly appreciate it. How'd you like it, and what did you think of the match?
I thought it was a very good match. I can't personally speak to the formatting of round 4, but I think what's really important here is that the knowledge was there for most of these questions. The teamwork was there for a lot of those questions that they could collaborate on. I mean, it's no fun being the number 2 team. It really isn't. But as I mean, you and I know, we're both Star Wars fans. There must always be 2. There is those who have the power and those who crave it, that those who want it. And Jurassic Sharks, they'll be back. 100% they will be. And ready to meet them, and probably in like another 20 years will be Wild Stallions right there. And maybe I'll be back to call that match too. If I'm ever allowed back on this channel, statistically, I won't be.
I run teams. I say you definitely will, because I can't wait to see what Rue does on the editing for this. It's just going to be fire.
I'm so sorry.
Guys, this has been Full Metal. This has been your tournament to end Snowball. I have been Jay the Arsonist Burns. That has been the Gothfather. That was Kirk, the consigliere Kowakowski. That was Sean, the movie crusader Wassa Krug. That was Brian, the MacGuffin Michaels. That was Joseph, the algorithm Olivas. You saw Bill Carriola pop up there for a second. He was helping us in the background. We greatly appreciate that. And of course, couldn't be done without the unbiased opinion on both sides from one Ethan, the Big Easy Beller. But for Full Metal, for Snowball, for the 2021 season, the 2020 season, we are the fuck out of here. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And sign up. Or don't. I'm not your fucking boss.
Epilogue.
Hey everybody, it's Sandy the Sandman Robinson here. Thank you guys so much for watching Snowball. This is the end of the year announcement. I just wanted to give some thanks to some people who really stepped up this year and made everything possible. First off, I want to take a shot out to our classic hosts, Malcolm Goldilay and Jay Burns. You guys have absolutely killed it this year, hosting Classic and getting people to host Classic and changing it up a bit and making it really fun for people to watch, getting the fans involved. It's been really awesome. You guys have really killed it. Jay, thank you so much for taking over the teams division. You've done a great job with the mess that I dropped on you with the big, huge tournament, but you did an amazing job with it, and I want to thank you so much. Malcolm, you're like my right hand. You help me with every single thing that I ask for in this league. You're absolutely invaluable to me. I appreciate you as much as I possibly can. My writing team, Andrew James Barr, Jake Meltzer, Amar Moses, and a host of other people that have contributed questions to help Andrew keep these matches together. I can't say it enough how much I respect question writers. I always have since we've come into this realm. I defend you guys vigorously as much as I can, and you guys give me every reason to do that because you're so awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the work that you put in this year, making everything. And Andrew, Full Metal Trivia is going to miss you horribly, but enjoy your time off and do great things in the music community like we know that you can. Love you, brother. Editing. Our editing team got bigger this year, and I couldn't be happier. Jeff Varyu has been our editor forever. He's amazing, even with a new baby and, and all the stuff. He's still able to put out great content, but he had some help this year. Hunter Chombliss came on and started doing rough cuts for us, and he's been fantastic at it. Nick Carley doing rough cuts for us has been fantastic. Amaro Moses came on, did some rough cuts too, but quickly, got into doing finals and everything too, and getting ready for Jeff to put the finishing touches on. You guys have been absolutely amazing, especially this last month and a half. You guys have absolutely killed it, working as many hours as you possibly can for entertainment standards, and I couldn't appreciate you guys more. To everybody else in Full Metal, that may not have a title, may not have anything, hosts, people that have come on to help us out for any number of reasons, all the players, all the fans, the 450 of you that have signed up on YouTube. We love you guys. I love you guys for supporting us, for looking out after us, for making sure that we have those views, for making sure that we have the content that you guys love and share it all over the place. I couldn't be happier. It's been an absolute privilege this season, as well as it has every other season. But I'm not going to blabber on too much here. What? How did that happen? Well, somebody is here to join me, and I didn't know. I just put this link in one of my chats, and I totally forgot this person was in there, but he's no stranger. You guys know him. I love him. You guys love him. He's a former Full Metal champion of the world. It's Jeremy, the Adam Adams. Jeremy, buddy.
Well, hello, Sandy. I know that I'm kind of crashing things here because
That's all right.
you've just done all that work getting Snowball done, and everybody wants to, go home and not have to watch this video anymore. But I just had to come in here for a second and first of all say I'm just so proud of you guys and everything you did this year, not just in the Snowball event, but in the whole year of Full Metal. I think this has been one of the defining years, and having kind of stepped out, not really having been there, and just watching the matches and seeing everything you guys are doing, I'm just so impressed with everything, and I echo everything you said about all the great work that went into it. But the year is over. We're right into a new year here, and I thought that I just had to take this moment to come on and say that the Adam, he did what he did in the Schmodown, had a great career there, and then decided to call it quits. But then took the year off, took off 2020, and it was such a refreshing time off because 2020 was such a good tranquil year and nothing bad went down and there weren't any issues or anything, so I was just kind of able to take it easy and rest on my laurels and get my spirits going. But all that aside, I think every once in a while when you're so into something, you just got to kind of take some time off and assess, and I have done that. I've taken a year, and I've, like I said, just watched everything you guys have been doing and just been appreciating it. And I think it is time for me to come back and to unretire the Atom and give it one more shot. And honestly, I don't have the mindset that I had before when I was the guy trying to win everything and be, just right there. Yeah, I got to beat everybody and do everything. I just realized how much I miss this community, and it wasn't the same not being a player and still trying to be in this community. It's just you're not really in it in the same way. And I just want to be back with you guys. I want to play again and have that community, jump in on some of those classic matches and all the craziness and the melee that goes on there, and whatever you guys decide in terms of the singles division, if you want to have me again over there, I'm even going to talk to the guys over at FM Geek and just try to be a part of this thing again. So I know some people might be a little terrified right now, and I'm sorry I can't help that, but I'm just here to play with you guys and have fun, and I'm really excited. And hey, that probably means we can get this Team 80s thing back on track, right there, Sandy. Get some Team 80s action going again.
Yeah. You know what? In any other circumstance, I would absolutely jump on board. But I've actually been thinking about this because you and I talk all the time.
Oh yeah.
So I've kind of, even though this is the very first time I'm hearing that you're officially back, I've had it in my mind. It's been a little tickle in the back of my mind that you've been thinking about this for a little while. One of the worst kept secrets in the fan league community, but I've been thinking about it. And I kind of thought that when you come back, you'd want to, bring the band back together again. And I'm thought, Jeremy and I, we had a really good run, in another league. We successfully, conquered our destiny and became tag champions together. We were never able to do that in Full Metal Trivia. We had our ups and our downs. Thankfully, we had more ups than downs, but
this close,
right there. You know what? But and we had a lot of fun, and I have so many fond memories. But my time has become really limited lately with everything that I'm doing, with everything that is going on in the back and that stuff. I don't have a lot of time to do much playing, and so I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I think that it would be a good idea if maybe I wasn't your tag team partner, but bring in somebody that could definitely fill and exceed my previous role as your partner. And I thought about this guy. Maybe you will agree once we see it.
Well, hey, he's dancing.
He's dancing. The Red Ranger.
Is that
He's
the
here.
Red Ranger, RJ Villarreal there? Is that
It
my new
is.
team partner?
I want you guys together more than I want Team 80s together, because I know what, I think you guys have great chemistry. Jeremy, you and I, like I said, great run. Our strengths are very similar. We're both old guys, so we're both 80s, we're both earlier stuff. RJ, he brings a different dynamic to this thing. He gives you a bit of a yin to the yang, whereas you and I were both yin and yang. And I think that that's going to bode well for you guys, especially for Full Metal, having the ability to play off of each other and have different strengths and have different, people got to know us pretty well because we were everywhere. We played everywhere. So this is a new team, and I think that if I think you guys should, I think that you guys should be together as teammates. And not only that, but I'm going to manage you guys.
All right. Manager Sandy, I like it. And in all seriousness, though, I mean, I am really excited to have RJ as my team partner. A little background, this guy and I have been friends pretty much since the beginning of this thing. And for a while there, we ran this little show that we really enjoyed doing called Nostalgia Goggles on the Full Metal channel back in the day. And that was kind of like the key to our friendship, because we come from kind of different generations, with me being more of an 80s guy, RJ being more of a 90s guy, and we used to clash about things there, but it was always in fun. And I think that you want to officially announce that as our team name there, RJ.
Yes, absolutely. The show will be back eventually, as you know.
Yes, it will.
my nostalgia trip one, which make sure y'all tune in for that, because that's already going and it's fun. But we are going to be Team Nostalgia Goggles, because when you're playing against me and Jer, it's all about the good times and the memories.
Yes, it is. And what Sandy was saying, we definitely do have some carryover strengths. I was gonna, give it away, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it secret here and just say that there's a couple things that RJ and I bond over, and a couple categories where we're gonna be pretty lights out. But yeah, we complement each other. We have different tastes, and there are things that he likes that I think are freaking ridiculous, but that's a good thing when it comes to trivia, because those things can come up and foil me, and vice versa. So yeah, I just want to come on and say, I'm back, guys, and try not to be too scared. It's gonna be fun. It's all fun. It's all trivia. It's gonna be a great year in Full Metal, and I'm excited to be back in singles. And I think Team Nostalgia Goggles is gonna be an awesome thing. And it's RJ. It's all about fun. We're not here to ruin people's dreams. We're here to make everyone happy and have fun. So that's what I think 2021 is gonna be for us.
You know what? And for the amount of limited time that I will play in teams, I do have a partner for myself who will join our little faction. And his name is, of course, I think I mentioned this to you guys before, but if not, because we didn't get a chance to play this year because of the gigantic tournament that was going on, but Corey Morissette is going to be part of the overall team Nostalgia Goggles, as we are Team Disposable Heroes, based off the Metallica song. Yep. That's right. So, we wanted I think that Corey was playing around with some nicknames. I think he's going to be Corey the Leper Messiah Morissette, whereas I'm Sandy the Sandman Robinson. So we're having a little bit of fun with it. We're just going to goof around and have some good times playing some trivia, especially with these guys. So Jeremy, I can't be any more happy than like my cheeks are almost bursting here knowing that you're coming back, and there should be some people that are terrified. But that's going to be good. And get ready, Teams Division. If you guys thought you had a hard time with RJ before, now that he's going to be this, under the tutelage of the Atom, and me, be afraid, because he's going to absolutely knock you guys on your socks. And then you add Jeremy into that. Are you kidding me? You guys are in a lot of trouble. There's big trouble coming on. So there we go. RJ and Jeremy, team freaking nostalgia goggles. It's going to be great. We're going to have you guys back. Everything is going to be good. That's going to be it for us in this message at the end of Snowball. So once again, thank you again, fans. Thank you, everybody, for watching Snowball. I know it's taken us a long time to get it out, but hopefully you guys enjoy the quality. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. I will say this. I'll say this right now. Whoever is going to face the champion, who we all know now is Brian Michaels, they got big shoes to fill, because that championship match was the shit, is all I'm going to say right now. Absolutely amazing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out from Full Metal Trivia, Sandy the Sandman Robinson, Jeremy the Adams, and RJ the Red Ranger Villarreal. Thank you guys so much. And once again, have fun, watch movies.